So this could be a preview of the Big 12 championship game with Utah on the road at Oklahoma State. I sure hope it is a preview of the Big 12 championship game because if you look at the ticker below, I've got futures bets on Oklahoma State at plus 700 to win the Big 12, and I've got Utah at plus 260 to make the playoffs. I'm happy to see this game. I'm excited for it. You want to find out which way I'm going to bet it? Stick around. But before I talk about that, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com. For a limited time, you can get an all-access college and NFL football package, $100 off, using the promo code FBALL100. That's available for any of the great handicappers at wagertalk.com, including this guy right here. But as always, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free content. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button, and that will allow me to keep on putting out these videos. Let's get into it. Utah is a 2-point favorite. Oklahoma State opened as the favorite, and this line is flipped. Total sitting at 54. And what can I say? Utah was the preseason favorite to win the Big 12. I didn't want to take them to win the conference because there was no value based on the line. And Oklahoma State, a competitive team with a veteran offensive line. When I did my forecast this summer, when I decided to make those two bets, my theory was that Utah is going to come in and win this game, and that will be Oklahoma State's one loss heading into the championship game. And it's difficult to beat a team twice, and Oklahoma State gets their revenge in the championship game, and both these teams go to the playoffs. So a little far-fetched perhaps, but that's what I'm rooting for. But at the end of the day, what have I seen from Oklahoma State to change my mind that Utah wins this game on the road at Oklahoma State? Okay, they looked pretty good against Tulsa last week. I mean, Alan Bowman threw for 396 yards and 5 touchdowns. But if Alan Bowman is your ticket to victory here against the Utah Utes, if you're going to rely on him to throw for almost 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, I think you could be in big trouble. Let's look at Ollie Gordon, 90 yards on 34 carries, 2.6 yards per carry. That's some pretty pedestrian numbers if that was last week against Tulsa, but that's actually the last 2 weeks. 90 yards, 34 carries, 2.6 yards per carry. They got to get Ollie Gordon going. Let's go back 2 weeks and look at the game against Arkansas. The Razorbacks had an edge in total yards, and this is mind-blowing. I want you to write this down. Make a note of it. 648 to 385, because Oklahoma State comes back, wins that game in overtime, 39 to 31. They had no business winning that game. Outgained by almost 300 yards. I mean, you don't see too many teams winning games when they've been outgained by 300 yards. And now they welcome in the Utah Utes, the number one offense in the red zone this year. And I know you're going to say, well, but Utah hasn't played anybody. Well, guess what? There's a lot of teams in the country that haven't played anybody so far, and Utah ranks number one in scoring in the red zone. And you look at Oklahoma State, you could say, well, who have they played? Arkansas? If it wasn't for Arkansas putting up 648 yards on Oklahoma State, they'd be nobody as well. So I'm still leaning Utah, but let's face it, Mike Gundy, Oklahoma State, it's a tough nut to crack. This is going to be a great game, and both these coaches, ton of respect for Kyle Whittingham, ton of respect for Mike Gundy. I like both these teams. I'm not going to be upset no matter who wins. So let's get into the bet. What am I going to bet on? Well, if you're going to give up 648 yards to Arkansas, I'm going to take the Utah Utes team total over 23.5. Lay a little bit of juice. You're not stopping Cam Rising from putting up 24 points. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm willing to put more than $155 on that anyway. So the play is on Utah, team total over 23.5. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you hit me up in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.